Welcome to Highflyer Insights channel, where we delve into pressing financial and social issues affecting our society. Today, we confront a growing menace: fraudulent job recruitment scams exploiting Kenyans seeking employment abroad. In recent months, hundreds of Kenyans have fallen victim to fraudulent recruitment agencies promising lucrative jobs overseas. One such case involved a travel agency in Nairobi, where desperate job seekers paid millions of shillings for non-existent jobs in Mauritius. Victims, some of whom paid up to Kenya shilling 500,000, were left stranded in foreign countries or denied entry due to fake visas. One particularly alarming incident occurred in October 2024 when the Kenyan government issued a stern warning against traveling to Myanmar due to escalating cases of abductions and forced labor. The Kenya embassy in Thailand reported that dozens of young Kenyans had fallen victim to notorious scam compounds in Myanmar, effectively becoming slaves to criminal cartels. These cartels have demanded ransoms for the release of their captives, highlighting the severe risks associated with fraudulent overseas job. Another distressing incident occurred in September 2024 when a group of job seekers stormed the offices of a recruitment agency in Nairobi, only to find them deserted. The agency had collected up to 140,000 Kenya shillings per person in facilitation fees, promising quick placement in countries like Canada and the UAE. However, after taking millions from unsuspecting victims, the agency abruptly shut down, leaving job seekers in financial ruin and despair. Similarly, WorthStart Africa, a recruitment agency, is under investigation for allegedly defrauding more than 4,000 job seekers of up to Kenyan shillings 100,000 each, following fake promises of high-paying jobs in Australia and Canada in April 2024. These incidents highlight the severity of the job scam crisis, urging viewers to stay vigilant and informed. As we explore this topic further, we will expose 10 red flags of recruitment scams, reveal the common tactics used by fraudsters, and provide you with the knowledge to protect yourself and your loved ones from falling victim to such deceitful schemes. Stay tuned. Section 1. How job scams work. Picture this: Ryan, a young graduate, has been job hunting for 2 years. One day, he spots an ad on Facebook: urgent jobs in Canada, no experience needed, salary Kenyan shillings 250,000 per month. Excited, he contacts the agent, who tells him, "You just need to pay Kenyan shillings 150,000 for application processing. Visa, accommodation and flights will be arranged for you." Ryan scrapes together the money, borrows from friends, and makes the payment. Days later, the recruiter disappears. The office he visited is empty. The job never existed. Sadly, Ryan is not the only one. Every year, thousands of job seekers fall victim to similar scams. So, how do these fraudsters operate? 1. Fake recruitment agencies. Some scammers set up fake recruitment firms, complete with office space and fake documents. They claim to have exclusive overseas job connections, but demand an upfront payment before processing applications. Once they collect enough money, they disappear. For instance, In 2023, hundreds of Kenyans lost money to a fake agency promising security jobs in Poland. 2. Social media scams. Scammers flood Facebook, WhatsApp, and TikTok with fake job offers. They lure victims with too good to be true salaries and quick hiring processes. Once money is paid, they block all contacts. For instance, many women have been trafficked under the false pretense of domestic jobs in the Middle East, only to end up in slavery-like conditions. 3. Some fraudsters claim they can fast-track visas for a fee. Victims are given fake documents and arrested at the airport. Section 2. So, how can you spot a job scam before it's too late? Here are 10 red flags to look for. 1. The job sounds too good to be true. If a job promises huge salaries, free accommodation, and no experience required, be cautious. Real overseas jobs require interviews and thorough skill assessments. 2. Pressure to act quickly. Scammers often create a sense of urgency to pressure you to act fast or miss out on a lucrative job offer. This is a manipulation tactic to prevent you from thinking things through or doing proper research. 3. Upfront payments required. No genuine employer asks for money before hiring you. Any request for upfront payment for processing fees, interview fees, medical checks, or administrative fees is a red flag. Legitimate employers do not ask for money from potential employees. 4th, no physical office or registration details. Always check if the recruitment agency is registered with the National Employment Authority in Kenya. Visit their office and verify their legitimacy before making payments. 5th, no official email addresses. Legitimate companies typically use official email addresses. Be wary of communications from generic email providers like Gmail or Yahoo. 6. Unsolicited job offers. Receiving a job offer out of the blue, especially if you haven't applied for it, is a major warning sign. 7th, lack of verifiable employer information. If the job posting or recruiter cannot provide verifiable information about the company offering the job, such as a physical address, phone number, or website, it's likely a scam. 8th, rushed recruitment process. Scammers pressure you to pay quickly, saying slots are limited or offer expires today. Legitimate companies allow time for due diligence. 9th, suspicious interviews. Virtual interviews conducted via messaging apps or platforms that are not typically used for professional interviews can be a red flag. 10th, no official job contract. Always ask for a formal job contract. If the recruiter avoids providing written agreements, it's a major red flag. Equally, vague or overly broad job descriptions that do not require specific skills or experience can indicate a scam. Section 3. How to protect yourself. So, how can you avoid falling victim to these scams? First, verify before you pay. Before paying any recruiter, check if they are registered with the National Employment Authority. Confirm with the Ministry of Labor if they are licensed. If it's an overseas job, verify with the embassy. Stick to reputable job boards and recruitment agencies. These platforms often have measures in place to verify the authenticity of job postings. Second, research the company. Before applying or accepting a job offer, thoroughly investigate the company. Check their official website, social media presence, and reviews on trusted platforms. If the company lacks an online footprint, it could be a red flag. Third, verify communication channels. Scammers often use fake email addresses or phone numbers. Ensure that any communication you receive comes from official company channels, such as a verified domain email. Fourth, look for red flags in job listings. Be wary of job postings with vague descriptions, unrealistic salaries, or grammatical errors. These are often signs of fraudulent opportunities. Fifth, insist on interviews. Legitimate employers will conduct interviews, either in person or via video calls. Avoid offers that skip this step or rely solely on text communication. Sixth, beware of upfront payments. Legitimate employers will never ask you to pay for a job, training, or equipment. Be cautious of any job offer that requires you to send money upfront. 7. Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, don't ignore your gut feeling. Most victims later say, "I had a bad feeling about it, but I went ahead anyway." Listen to that inner voice. Be skeptical. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. 8. Consult professionals. If unsure, seek advice from an employment lawyer or a labor expert. 9th, avoid sharing sensitive information. Never share personal details like your ID number, bank account information, or passwords unless you're certain of the employer's legitimacy. 10th, educate others. Knowledge is power. Share this information with family, friends, and colleagues. The more we talk about scams, the harder it becomes for scammers to succeed. Additionally, the government has intensified efforts to combat this scourge by banning over 500 companies found guilty of defrauding job seekers. This decisive action underscores the magnitude of the problem and the need for vigilance among Kenyans seeking employment opportunities abroad. While the Kenyan government has taken action, including banning fraudulent agencies and issuing travel advisories, the primary responsibility ultimately falls on individuals to stay informed and vigilant. By understanding the common red flags of job scams, as highlighted in this podcast. At Highflyer Insights, our mission is to empower you with the knowledge to make informed decisions about your financial and career opportunities. If you're considering a job abroad, take the time to verify its legitimacy, insist on formal contracts, and trust your instincts. Remember, no opportunity is worth losing your savings, your dignity, or your safety. Stay aware, stay informed, and most importantly, share this information with others because awareness is our strongest defense against fraud. Thank you for listening.